Hi everybody. Today we're going to be talking a little bit more about arrays. In our previous video we looked at what arrays are, how they work, how we put data in them, how we create them, how we use them in our program, how we use them with loops. Today I'm going to be looking at sorting those arrays, putting them in a certain order. When you put data into an array, it does not automatically get sorted into any particular order. The data stays the way it's been placed into the array. I'm on my Moodle page now. I'm going to just scroll down to our Unit 5, and I'm going to take a look at this little diagram we have here, this graphic that kind of shows how an array stores data. And we can imagine in our program we stored a certain group of numbers in this array. We'll just say this is an integer array. Remember, when you create an array, the data that goes inside an array has to be the same data type. So if you've created an int array, all the data that goes into it has to be integer. You can't put float or double or string data in there, of course. If you create a string array, all of the information in that array has to be of type string, and so on. So in this example here, you'll see that the value, this top row here, is you'll see the values in each individual array compartment or element. Okay, and you'll see that these numbers are in any particular order. It doesn't mean that we can't order them if we want. Initially when we put data in there, but you would have to do that manually. The array, as I said before, doesn't actually take the data and automatically sort it, okay, into any particular order, ascending or descending order. It's the values go in as you put them in. Okay, the index or the addressing system on this lower row here just is a way for us to actually access each individual compartment. Okay, because as I said last time in our last video, you could think of an array as an apartment building. You have a single building, just like this array is a single data structure, this long rectangle, but an apartment building is divided up into different apartments, different living spaces. So same with an array. You'll see that it's a single element divided up, a single variable divided up into multiple elements, and each element contains a different piece of data. That's different from our variables that we've been looking at that only store one piece of data. So an array is much more flexible. It's a lot easier to code. If you have multiple data items that kind of belong to the same type of thing, let's say a tax table, you might have a different set of different tax rates, or whatever you can think of that sort of are grouped together by function, you could put them in an array. Okay, maybe this is a salary table, whatever it is. Okay, so we're going to talk about actually taking this data and sorting it, either in an ascending order, like A to Z, or a descending order, Z to A. Okay, this works for numeric arrays and for string arrays. Okay, it just orders things starting from the bottom to the top, or the top to the bottom, depending on what you want to do. And the method that we use in order to do that is the array sort and the array reverse methods. Okay, so to sort arrays, numeric or string, this array sort method is pretty straightforward. If you take a look at Moodle, you'll see that under the array sort, I have some code examples. I'm just going to take these code examples and I'm going to copy the code. I'm going to open up my Visual Studio program and I'm just going to copy this thing in here. Okay, so let me just take a look and see. We'll take a look and see the code, and I'll explain what's going on. So on line 11 here, you see that we have created an array called int array. Okay, it's an integer. The name is int array, and it'll have 5 elements in it, 5 compartments, and I put data into it: 8, 10, 2, 6, and 3, in no particular order. Okay, the next line we're going to sort the array. Okay, and that's, as I said before, pretty straightforward. We're going to use the array sort method, the dot sort method. So we have the array keyword here. Okay, so it tells the sort what kind of data structure we're going to be working with. We have our dot notation, and then we have the sort method here. That's followed by a set of parentheses. In between the parentheses, you will code the name of the array that you wish to sort. Okay, what we're going to use here is a for each loop. I'll make this a little bit more familiar. I'm going to just put this into curly braces so it looks a little more familiar. Okay, and we're going to use our for each loop to simply display the array after it's been sorted. Okay, what I'll do, I'm going to copy this code and I'm going to give you a little before and after picture of the array. Before sort and after sort. Okay. Okay, and let's see. I'm going to put array after sort. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's see how this. Let's see if this is going to work. Okay, so array blah 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 blah. So I'm going to run this program. Let's see what we have. Okay, so it's all on one line because I did not actually put a line break. I should have put a line break there, but that's okay. So you'll see that the first 5 letters are the order that we actually created the array: 8, 10, 2, 6, and 3. 8, 10, 2, 6, and 3. And then you'll see our for each loop after we sorted it. Okay, and you'll see the array sort right here. Okay, after that's done, you'll notice that you'll see the array how it is after sort. You see that the numbers are in sorted order. Okay, I'm going to run this one more time. I added a console write line just so you can see it a little more clearly. Okay, there you go. Now the next thing we're going to look at is actually taking sorted output or a sorted array and reversing it. Okay, with using the array.reverse method. Okay, and that just simply reverses the order of an array's element. Okay, you'll see it here on Moodle how it's used. Used exactly the same way as array.source. Okay, where you actually have the array name. It's array.reverse, and you have the array name inside the parentheses. So let's go back to our program. Okay, I'm going to go and do a reverse sort on the array we just sorted. Okay, so I'm going to let's see. I'm going to take let's see. I'm going to put array.reverse. Okay, I'm going to put the name of my array here. Int array. I'm going to copy my for each code and I'm going to place it right here. I'll also put the console write line statement so we have a little bit of space between lines. So I'm going to show you how this works. Okay, so it's important to note that I need to sort my array first before I do a reverse sort. Because if you do a reverse sort on an unsorted array, basically all it's going to do is just reverse the array, so it's still going to be unsorted. It's just going to be from in other words, if I look at this example, the first example, if I do a sort on this array, before I sort the array, like if I don't do an array.sort, if I try to do an array.reverse on this, I'm just going to simply get 3, 6, 2, 10, and 8. You may not want that. That may not be the result you want. So most of the time, 99% of the time, when you have to reverse sort an array, you're going to first need to sort it. You need to put it into a sorted order, and then you reverse sort it. That makes the most sense. Let's just take a look and see if this is going to work. Okay, let me just get this out of here for a second. Okay, so if you take a look, the first time we took our array and displayed it before it was sorted. Before we did any sorting on it, we have 8, 10, 2, 6, 3. Just we put the data in. Okay, then we sorted it using array.sort here, and then we displayed it using our for each loop. And then we see the sort has taken place, 2, 3, 6, 8, 10. Okay, and then what we did was down here on line 32, we did an array reverse, array.reverse, which reverses the order of the array. Okay, and it works the same as array.sort, array.reverse. You just put the name of the array inside the parentheses that you wanna reverse sort. Then we did a for each loop to display it, and you'll see that the order is now reversed, 10, 8, 6, 3, 2. Again, make sure you sort the array first before you do a reverse sort. Okay, otherwise, again, you may not get the results you want. Okay, so that's it. Any questions, let me know. Look at Moodle. Okay, look at the previous YouTube video. Any questions, ask me. Okay, I'll be there waiting for your emails. Okay, I'll be checking your work. So again, don't hesitate to ask me questions. Thanks.